Alright, live.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the mobile app coaching. My name is Glenn, Senior Stock Market Strategist for VectorVest. Glad to be here. Glad to have you here. If you can hear me loud and clear, by all means, please respond in the affirmative, preferably with VV Nation, to let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. All right, so it's the day after the 4th of July. I have one of my two grandchildren staying with us for a while. He says, "Papa, what is the 4th of July?" And I explained to him about the United States gaining independence from England, and that it was pretty much a big birthday party for the U.S. So it was awesome to put myself in that position to help my grandson get a better understanding. He asked a great question. What is it? And glad that as a papa, I'm able to answer that question for him. So hopefully everybody had a safe 4th of July. You still have all of your limbs and stuff, and that it's still good to go. Looks like the alert hit. And probably not going to have nearly as many people because probably a lot of people are on vacation, took off the 5th of July, which a lot of people here at VectorVest did, but I didn't. Why? Because I'm here for you. So there we go. Once again, I'm glad that you guys are all here. I like that. Tabula says, "Good morning, Vietnam." Remember that? What was that? That was, what show? What movie was that? I forgot what movie it was, but good morning, Vietnam. Summer haircut. Yeah, Mark, I got my hair cut before we went to New York. So probably almost time for another one. I'm going to try to keep it up for the summer so that it doesn't grow all scraggly all over the place. So probably, no, what was the movie, though? It was Robin Williams, but what was the movie? I forget the name of the movie. All right. Thank you, Pneumatic. I appreciate that. All right. So, as we get ready for today's session, you know me, when we do the mobile app coaching, it's all off the iPad. I'm not using the desktop version of the software at all. So, it is really all about you guys being able to use the power of the program in your pocket. All right. Good morning. Was it Good Morning Vietnam? That wasn't the name of it. Was the movie? The movie was Good Morning Vietnam. Oh. All right. You were both looking great in New York. Ryan and I took a lot of pictures together, being that we are the main faces on the YouTube channel. So it was kind of cool that we did. All right. So everybody is telling me it is Good Morning Vietnam. So there we go. All right. Marcos is tuning in from Mexico. I love that we've got people from all over the globe here in our live stream sessions. So what we're looking at is the mobile app. If you're brand new to the channel, you're getting some access to what our mobile app looks like. And my job on Fridays pretty much is to show you how to navigate through the mobile app to help you to make decisions while you are out and about. Not everybody can be tethered to their computers all day, every day. But for those of you who are not, this is a great way to stay on top of the stocks that you own, help you, use the program to know how to manage them, find some stocks. And the biggest thing that I like about the mobile app is the ability to create a watch list of your stocks to always know what VectorVest says about them. Not what Kramer says about them, not what CNBC, not what news articles. You want to be able to get the right information at the right time. And while you're out and about, the power of the program in your pocket gives you everything that you need. Pennywise says, yes, the app is great when I'm at work. And, that's the reason why we do these segments. So if you're brand new to the channel, I invite you to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so that you'll be alerted to when new content like this comes out. Every day we put out a 6 p.m. video talking about pertinent things going on in the market. We are on live stream 4 out of the 5 days of the week. I have a live stream at 12 on Mondays. We do not do a live stream on Tuesday, but we do have a 6 p.m. video. Wednesdays, Ryan and I do a live stream. Thursday, I do Trending Thursday. And Friday, we do the mobile app coaching. So Pneumatic says Kramer has no idea. Well, listen, he gets paid a lot of money. Sharkai, I'll give an opportunity for you guys to take a look at stocks. All right. And the amount of stocks I look at are based on your likes. For every 10 likes I get, I look at a stock. So if we get 100 likes, I look at 10 stocks. We'll see if I go above and beyond. And just to let you know, for the people who do know, you give a super chat, I look at your stock right away. You give a super chat, I look at your stock right away. So we'll see that. Now, Nancy Pelosi, that is a stock guru. Wow, Pennywise, stop trolling me. Stop trolling me, sigh. All right, so as we look, before we look at what we see here on the screen, I'm going to pull up the VectorVest composite. I'm going to click right on there, look at the VectorVest composite. On a graph, it's tough to make money in this current market. For those of you who are brand new to the channel, the VectorVest composite is an indicator that we use for tracking the market. It tracks over 9,000 stocks in the market. And we track its movement both on a day-over-day, week-over-week basis to get an idea of what the market is doing, no matter what anybody's telling you. Now, that's more stocks than the Dow, than the S&P, than the NASDAQ, all put together. This, what you're looking at on this graph right here, is looking at the movement of over 9,000 stocks. Troy said, bought TSTL up 47%. Thank you. Listen, this is why I let people know who are brand new to the channel, who haven't subscribed to the channel. As you watch people in the room talk about stocks that we've talked about, this is where that happens. And that's why you want to be a subscriber to the channel. In all of our live streams, we talk about a lot of different stocks. In our 6 p.m. videos, we talk about a lot of different stocks. You want to be up on all of the different things that we talk about. That's why we need you to subscribe to the channel, because you get an alert. All right, so again, don't give me stocks yet. As a matter of fact, tell you what I'm going to do. I love all of you to death, but I'm not going to look at these stocks that you're typing in the room now. There's a time and a place, and this is not the time yet. But I will create the time and we will look at your stocks. That's when I want you to put them in, because now I don't have to try to remember what you said or write them down. I want to put them in as you put them in. Everybody understand? Type a yes or a no. All right. I don't want anybody to think that I'm just moving away from you, but I just don't want you to put them in now. I want to put them in as you type them in at the right time. All right. So I just want to set that up from the beginning so that when I don't call on those stocks, you'll understand why. All right. You'll understand why. All right. So looking at the current market's condition, looking at a 3-month graph of the composite, we're in between a level of resistance up here and a level of support down here. That is a solid channel, folks. That is a solid channel. And until we can break, look at all of the touches. You know, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the level of support, and on the level of resistance, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is a solid level. Thank you, Badger. That is a solid level of support and resistance. And just like Niles says, look at the MACD. The MACD tells it all. Currently, on the VectorVest composite, the MACD is negative. All right, so how do you play this particular market? Well, it's a trader's market. This is not a long-term investing market. This is a trader's market. And if you're not a trader, then you sit on the sidelines or just manage the stocks that you're currently holding. Now, I'm going to go back to the home page, and this is why I think that the home page is so important. When you open up and look at our color guard, what's the predominant color you see? The predominant color you see is yellow. What does that mean? That means, just like on a traffic light, yellow means slow down or cautious. It doesn't mean go sell everything. It doesn't mean because we have green lights in the color guard pricing column that we go buy everything. The predominant color is yellow, and by way of yellow, what does that mean for the stocks that you're currently in? You manage those trades. Now, some of those stocks may be going down. That's why you have stops in place. Maybe you tighten those stops to take the profits early, or if they're going down against you, you nip those losers in the bud early. Tightening stops. That's what we do. All right. Doesn't mean, and you look at our indicators like the buy to sell ratio, which is at 0.56, and the MTI, which is at 0.91. Neither one of these indicators are telling you to panic. It's not telling you the market is oversold. It's not telling you the market's overbought. Thus, we have yellow. Thus, the market is moving in a channel. Put all of that together. Nobody should be panic anything. Not panic buying, not panic selling. If you do buy stocks right now, you need to do it while it's in that channel on an up day. Because the next day may be a down day. Do I sell the next day? No. I manage the stocks with the stops I have in place. And because it's yellow, maybe we just tighten the stops. Tabula says, in this market, I feel like I'm running hard just to stay still. Well, if that's the case, Tabula, again, manage the stocks that you have. Only buy on the day that's up and make sure you have tight stops. All of that. Or if you're not comfortable with the market being sideways, you sit and wait for the market to break one way or the other. How do you know when that happens? When it breaks outside of that solid channel we have that has 5 touches on the resistance side, 5 touches on the support side. I am just, stop it, Jake. I am just saying, and stop laughing. This is not a time to panic about anything. This is the information that you need to have right here on the color guard to know what to do. Marco says, VectorVest, it's a great app. It's helped me a lot to compare with other platforms and make better, smarter decisions. Thank you for that, Marcus. Don says, today's report, total non-farm payroll employment increased by 206,000 and the unemployment rate changed a little to 4.1. Now, that is interesting, Don, because as I look at that number going from 3.8, 3.9, 4, and now 4.1, I want everybody to answer in the room. Is that enough for the Fed to initiate a rate cut? Type of 1. And there you go, Don. You answered the next part of my question, is that the economy is still strong. 4.1, and the Fed was looking for unemployment to get above 4. Now it is. But the economy still is strong. I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. But I think a lot of people are watching the number. As I mentioned in the Jockey Club this morning, the Fed pretty much said we're not getting to 2% this year. So in my mind, I was thinking that 2%, if we don't get there, we're not going to get a cut. But a lot of people in the chat were saying that it was not that we had to get to 2%, but that we had to have a pathway to 2%. I still think my personal opinion, and I want everybody to know this, my personal opinion thinks that we get one rate cut. There was a long time I said none, but I know that we're in an election cycle. I think we get one rate cut. That's it. That's it. But as soon as the Fed said last year that we were going to get 3 rate cuts going into the year, I said right then and there, I think that he put his foot in his mouth right then and there. There was no way that we get 3 rate cuts going into 2024, and we're already halfway through the year. We've got none. September looks like a good possibility of rate cuts. Somebody else in the chat for the Jockey Club says we get one in September and we get one in November. It all depends on the data. It all depends on the data. If the dollar gets stronger, that's when the markets will drop. Well, we'll see what's going on with the idea of if we're getting a rate cut or not if the dollar gets stronger. Right now, the dollar's starting to fall. Gold is something that you might want to keep your eyes on, but this is just short term. The dollar is out of the fast lane when it comes down to the star search. It will be irresponsible to cut this year, in my humble opinion, says Pennywise. But I think that because of the election cycle, we probably get one. Politically motivated rate cut coming. I don't disagree with that, Joe. A rate cut almost immediately make the rate of inflation increase. Absolutely. So I know that most people in this room knows that somebody said the Fed is looking for 4.3 on unemployment. I thought it was over 4. Anyway, if we look at what's going on from a rate cut, you do know that it's a stimulus to the economy. Do we require that as stimulus? And most likely, if he cuts, the economy goes, woohoo, takes off. But what else takes off? Inflation. And then everything that he's done so far then is for naught. if inflation starts to rise again. All right, so JD, you're here live. What's up, bro? JD, Jerry D. What's up, my friend? JD and I talk a lot on Twitter. Between he and I, we post a lot of stuff on Twitter. So that's the case. When the dollar finally starts dying, it will only make the market stronger. I may be wrong, but every time the dollar goes down, the indexes go up. Well, for me, the dollar is a direct correlation for gold and silver. So we'll see. Fed is between a rock and a hard place. Well, a lot of people are thinking that we can still get a soft landing. I think we are beyond a soft landing. I think this has to go into a recession. I just think that it's that way. So again, that's only my insight. Nothing in VectorVest is telling me that. And I want to be upfront and personal, upfront and let you know that there's nothing in VectorVest says we're going into a recession. If you look at the earnings on the S&P 500, it's rising. The earnings trend indicator is rising. We're nowhere near trying to get into a bear market. Glenn, one of your love affair stocks hit a new high. I know, I'm not in Palantir. Son of a gun, I thought I was, but I got out. I took a profit on Palantir. I am not in Palantir. I'm only in two stocks right now. I am in USO and I'm in what's my other stock? You guys know my other stock. What's my other stock? I'm in hold on, let me find out real quick. I'm only in two stocks. Anybody? I told you in the Jockey Club which two stocks I was in. I'm in USO. I was in XROF. I got out of that. Sigh. I knew better than that. I'm in USO and Tesla. I'm in TSLL. All right, I'm TSLL. I'm up about 40% on that, and I'm in USO. I'm up over 6% on that. There we go. I first bought back into Palantir earlier this week. I'm out of XROF today. Actually, I was down way too much. Palantir, when I did look at it, I liked it because it got into the fast lane. I took some profit off of that because every time it gets into the fast lane, something happens and it gets beat up. So I took profits early. I'm all right with that. I made money on the trade. And Pennywise said, I never sold my Palantir shares, got in at $7. You're a happy person, Pennywise. Didn't you buy XROF? Yes, I did. And I got out of it today while I was in the Jockey Club. I got out of XROF. I looked, it was down like 13%. I got out of XROF while I was in the Jockey Club this morning. So, Glenn, do you think Biden will be replaced? I'm not answering that question. That's too political for this platform. That's way too political for this platform. So I won't answer that. 10-year U.S. is what you watch if it goes up. Market goes down if it goes down. Thank you for that. 10 years is something a lot of people pay attention to. I don't always, but it is something to definitely keep your mind on. All right. So based upon what's going on in the market, like I said, by way of the color guard, I think this is a time to just manage the trades that you're in. Man, Bill, I'm with you. I just think this is the time to manage the stocks that you're currently in. Let's do this. Let's go look at the newsletter. Discouraged, and this is July 3rd. You guys need to pay attention to the guidance that we give every night. So on Wednesday, the U.S. stock market ended mixed as disappointing economic data offset gains in the technology sector. So I'm saying going into tonight when Angie writes the essay, she's going to pay attention to what the jobs numbers said. So on Wednesday, we said with one green light and up situation, prudent investors may buy stocks long when, if the market is rising. Well, that was Wednesday. We were closed Thursday. What's going on today? By way of the guidance, you wouldn't be buying stocks right now. Aggressive investors and traders should play the market as it develops with a bias to the upside. We've got, in that channel just wants to give us an idea that we want to go up, but that channel is holding. George says, Glenn, loved your recommendations on MSTX and AAPB. There you go. Listen, that's why I say for the people who are brand new to the room, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon, folks. You need to. We give a lot of great information, and for most part, they do work out. It's a tough game to say, well, I think this is going to go up or I think this is going to go down, blah, 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 blah. I think between Ryan and I, we do a really good job of doing our homework before we give guidance on stocks. But of course, it all is based off of VectorVest as well, right? All right. So from here, again, from a mobile perspective, what do I do today? Well, when we talk about what do I do today, we go back to the composite. There's the end of day version of what's going on. Let's go look at 1 day. If I'm looking at this and the guidance said on Wednesday, it's okay to buy stocks if the market is rising. Well, this is from 9:30 this morning. The market wasn't rising. So from that perspective, I'm not buying stocks long today based on Wednesday's guidance. Going into, as we are talking right now, the market's back in another channel, intraday. We're now looking at intraday, folks. There's a level of resistance. Here's a level of support when I can click on it. There it is. Here's my level of support. Little tight channel in the afternoon as we're doing the presentation right now. Mark says, Glenn, can you compare the VVC with a QQQ on a graph? Not like we can on the desktop. Not like we can on the desktop. Keep in mind that the app is an application which is a really truncated version of the desktop version. So from here, I can get all of the main information that I need. If I've got to dig deeper to put on like a performance graph between the VVC and the QQQ, then I need the desktop. But right here, I can see on a today basis, intraday, the market don't look so pretty. All right. Based on Wednesday's data, I shouldn't be buying stocks today, right? Based on the color guard, I should be just maintaining the stocks that I currently own. So how much is the desktop? I got nobody from, I don't think I have anybody from VectorVest in here. Give our product support staff a call, Robert, unless somebody in here can give him a price, because I'm sitting on the, I don't ever want to give bad information. All right. Asif says, Glenn, how the guidance is given, computer recommends, or they're a team that makes decisions. The guidance is based off of what we see going on with these three columns in the color guard, along with the buy to sell ratio, the MTI, the primary wave, based on all of those three things, because when we look at it, when we look at it, look at what it says right here. With one green light and two yellow lights, the color guard is mildly bullish. With the price of the VVC moving higher on a week-over-week basis and the MTI below 1, we have an up-down situation. And from here, we give the strategy. All right, so there you go. We got a 4th of July special. There we go. We do. I forgot about that. Thank you for letting me know. Reminding me. We have a 4th of July special on a trial to the VectorVest desktop version, if you want it. 99 cents. 99 cents. And that gives you, or you can make it free for 30 days. No, it's not. I don't think it's free for 30 days. I think the lowest price we have is $99 for 30 days. All right. Pennywise says, meh, Palantir is a long-term hold for me. I think that as we delve deeper into the AI space, computer learning is going to play a major role in AI being able to do its job. Palantir, along with Snow, other stock, SNOW, are going to be leaders in the space. These AI models are going to need to have machines that have the ability to parse through data to make information. Palantir and its foundry and its platform is going to be crucial. Bill says, Glenn, I've been suggesting trying VV to Schwab reps of. Listen, we will hook up with any other broker that's out there, but they got to reach out to us. We will hook up with them. We will hook up with them. Palantir's earnings on August 5th. Depending on what day that is, Ryan and I, one of us will do a video on that. which indicator is more accurate, the MPI or the star search? I believe that that is personal preference. I like them both. I like them both. I like the star search from a visual perspective, but I also like the MPI for understanding whether I want to be in it longer or take my profits with the RT crossovers and get back in when the RT crosses back over. So I like them both. I like them both. I don't know which one is better than the other. And then you also know that I also like the 3 and the 8. I think the software sector, companies like Palantir, Snow, Crowd is in the protection space. I think Crowd, when I look at the cybersecurity space, I like Crowd, but I also like Zscaler. Those are my two. And Robert, that now you know why I like Palantir better than I like Snow. And Palantir has gotten global contracts. They just need to turn into money. Can you give me your thoughts on SoFi? Not yet. Not yet. All right. So with all of that, I do want to look at Palantir. I look at the graph of Palantir. This is the last year. Bottom left, top right. But the problem is, did I say $99? Oh, sorry, it's 99 cents. You're right, Badger. It's not. Well, unless you want to take the trial for $99, I think VectorVest would love me for that. All right. Hey, Glenn just gave the trial for $99 and people took it. Okay. Don't forget Alar for its data collection platform, very important for machine learning. So I think that there are companies that will play a major role as AI advances. Alarm, I do like as well. We talked about that. We did talk about that on a while ago on one of our live streams. I think that we were one of the first peoples that put you on to Alarm, and a lot of people made a lot of money with them as well. But Palantir, I like. This is over the last 3 months. Look at that big pop today. Big pop today. When I did get into it, I got into it from the star search when it was in the fast lane. But every time I look at Palantir, something always happens. But look at the MACD growing on it. It's a strong play. It's up about 5% today. It's up about 5% today. Since we want to talk about Alarm, see, now y'all going to make me have to go look at everybody's stock. Alarm, bottom left, top right, broke out of this level of resistance, moving up to 3, the 8, and the 20, down day to day. If you're in it, leave it alone. Every stock now, and look at the rising MACD on it as well. Look at the MACD on it as well. All right, so, man, you guys are trying to get me sneaky to look at stuff. I'm so mad at all of you. I'm so mad of all of you. Sigh. Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Netflix hitting new highs. Why? Because the NASDAQ is rising. We talked about that in the Jockey Club this morning. Somebody wanted to know and see how the market was rotating, and it was like the NASDAQ and the S&P 500 were the two where more stocks were being invested in outside of the Dow and the IWM. Looks like money is going into there. All right, money's going there. All right, hold off on your stocks for me, please. Please, 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 please. All right. So on a day like today, what do? Well, either I'm going to sit on my hands. I'm not, because our indicators, the buy to sell ratio and MTI are not telling me the market is overbought. I'm not thinking about playing stocks to the downside. So what would I do? You guys know me enough. What would I do on a day when the market's moving down? What kind of stocks am I looking at? Type it in the room. What kind of stocks? If I'm going to be in a channel, knowing that I'm going to play the market day by day as the market gives me opportunities to make money, where would I be looking at investing right now? You guys know me enough that you would know that what kind of stocks I'm looking at. What kind of stock? There you go, Badger. Badger's the first one to put them up there. All right, contra ETFs. I would be looking at contra ETFs. So let's go to the premium watch list. If you've got premium watch list, you have that. Or we would go to stock pick ideas. Well, let's go to the premium watch list and let's go look at Where they at? Safer stocks. Where's my contras? Index ETFs. Do I not have contras here? That would make me sad if I don't. Buzz, VST, boomers, marijuana, gold, silver, 5G. Really? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Categorize watch list. What is that? Cherry picking, S&P special watch list, ETFs. Let's go look at ETFs and let's go look at contra ETFs. So where did I go to do that? I went over to categorized watch lists on the left. All right. ETFs, and let's go look at just contra ETFs. And man, I was thinking about getting into cold today on the Jockey Club. But notice that even on the contra side, let's sort this by percentage gain loss. I would concentrate on the contras that are moving up today. Energy says, what's up, Glenn, Joey, and VV Nation? Today it's Koo. Koo is normally here on Fridays. And Joey is on vacation. How many people weed the garden and sell off non-performing stocks? That's a good question, John. How many of you do that? And that's the power of having watch lists. Tabula says meme watch list. You're messing around, so I'm not listening. I'm not listening to you right now, Tabula. All right, but I'd be looking at the contras that are moving like cold. Let's go put this on to 1 day. Wow, look at that. Gapped up this morning. Just kept on rising and rising and rising. What's up, Deborah Ann? How are you? Pennywise says, I sell once every some other kind of months. Tabula says he's a contra rebel. All right, listen. Contras give you that opportunity to make some money. Yang, intraday. Let's go put this now back on 3 months. Nope, I wouldn't take that. Let's go back to the first one. Cold. Man, look at that. And you know something? That is natural gas. The bearish side of natural gas. Look at that run. That's a contra that I wouldn't mind holding more than just a day. The 3 to 8 to 20, man, I weed my portfolio garden frequently. I review my portfolios at least once a week. I like that, Badger. That's important. That is so important. You know, we're going to talk about that in a second. But not Yang, not FXP. Big move on oil. This is the bearish side of oil. I own USO, but look at the contra, Doug. Wow, the 3 and the 8 are about to cross. The MACD is getting less negative, not by a lot though. And it's coming off a level of support. That's the bearish side of oil. I think that with the summer travel, oil's got some room to the upside. At least I got oil to the price. I got a price target of $90. $90. John says, Glenn, I am up bigly on VITL that you recommended. Would you sell now since it's turning? So, John, knowing that the color guard is primarily yellow, I wouldn't mind you taking some off the table. It's up to you. All right. Knowing that the color guard is primarily yellow, don't be afraid to take some of that profit off the table. I think that's exactly what I did with Palantir. But it still went higher, and people say, man, you left money on the table. No, I didn't. I made money. My goal is to make money, and I made money on the trade. If it goes up afterwards, I'm not complaining about it. All right, I'm not going to complain about it. Oil stocks down because money moving to tech. Well, the money's been moving to tech for the longest time, not just now, Akshaya. AI, tech, all of that has still been hot. All right, so I don't know if I'm going to attribute that to oil. I still think oil's got upside. The travel season just began, and the AAA and everybody and their mama, Department of Transportation, is saying a lot of we're going to have record travel this year. With that, oil is going to be, oil and gas should go up. So I'm not just attributing it to tech because tech has been moving pretty much all year. Glenn, since you brought up VITL, when it broke out the call options portion, I bought are up 165%. Man, I love that we're able to give you guys ideas and make money. I love that. Natural gas is still building. Need a hot summer across North America to cut the bills. Listen, hot summer. I don't know how many people use gas for heat, outside of electric. I don't pay a gas bill. I pay an electric bill, which includes all of my electricity. So for heating and air conditioning, the whole 9 yards. So, Glenn, when you go shopping at those new high stocks, they really move sometimes. Hot summers and storms. Oh, talking about hot summer and storms, tonight's 6 p.m. video is going to be looking at stocks to play for hurricane season. All right, cooking with gas is the bomb. Well, I have a Blackstone, which uses natural gas. Then I have a smoker, which uses coal. And then I have, a grill that uses coal as well. So the only natural gas portion of my cooking comes off of my Blackstone. Pneumatic says, Glenn, I agree. I take profits often when the color guard is mostly yellow. The rule has saved me from some headaches, and that's what it's all about. Thinking of electrical generation, Glenn? No. If you're going to look at a generator, most generators run off of gas. They do. Glenn, Generac is #1 hurricane stock. It may or may not be. I may have found a better stock than Generac. The only way you're going to know if that's the case or not is to take a look at the video that's coming out tonight. All right? So I know Generac is on my list, but it may not be the #1 stock, hurricane stock. And if you watch tonight's video, you may understand why. Or is it the #1 stock? I don't know. All right. So I'm looking at these contras, trying to figure out which one I would. Notice, look at the VSTs on all of them. Is it time to get in the contras? By way of this, the answer probably is no. Let's go look at, where is it? VST. Out of all of the contras that I have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 have a VST above 1. So when I look at I look at contras today, are contras ready? Not just quite yet. Is it time to sell Tesla? I have TSLL. Let the graph tell you, Sai. Let the graph tell you. You guys always ask me, should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do the other thing? Let's go put that back on TSLL. That's what I own. I want you to look at the graph. That's a 1-year graph, 6-month graph. No, it's a 1-year graph. Put this on a 3-month graph. What tells you it's time to get out of it? I got one down day. Look at the 3, the 8, and the 20. Look at the rising MACD. You know something? If you get nervous, see the prior day's close? The prior day's close is 1402. Can't be. That can't be. But maybe it is. Hold on. Close. Oh, sorry. That's the wrong thing. Look at the prior day's low. My fault. Look at the prior day's low. Prior day's low is 1271. If you get nervous while you have a stock that's doing this, I always look for, does it go lower than the prior day's close? Does that make sense to everybody? Yes or no? Does it go lower than the prior day's close? Low. Prior day's low. Prior day's low. Does that make sense to everybody? Let's go look at Palantir. Same scenario. PLTR. All right, let's go look at that. Same scenario. Does it close lower than the prior day's low? And if it doesn't, leave it alone. Give me another stock. Now I'm looking for a stock. And Jeremy, I can't look at Star Search layout on the mobile app. Now I'm looking for a stock or a couple. Let's go do the same thing with these high-flying stocks. ARM. Let's go look at ARM. Same scenario, high-flying stock. You see here, it did close lower than the prior day's low. I would have taken my profit on that day. But wait, Glenn, it went back up. Did you take a profit on that trade? If you did, shut it. If you took a profit on that trade, shut it. All right? This is for these stocks that are high flying and you want to know when to get out of them. We don't have Star Search. All right, let's go look at TGB. I think that this is a great way of answering the question of what you should be doing with these stocks that are running. All right, TGB. I wouldn't be in it yet, not until it can break past that level of resistance. It's in a channel. I like the updated. I like that it's the 3 to 8 and the 20. I like the MACD went positive. I need to get above that level of resistance. Hold on. Give me that day. Give me that day. There it is. What's the high of that day? $2.69. I'm looking to move 5 cents higher than that. Let's go look at AOSL. AOSL. And these are stocks that are moving. You know, these are stocks that are moving. Oh, look at that there. Yeah, Wednesday, it closed lower than the prior day's low. Look at that. That was a good opportunity to get out. What is it doing today? It's still going lower. It's even lower than the prior day's close. Sharkai, does that make sense? And look at that. If you got a profit, you're getting an opportunity right now to take that profit off the table. You're getting, now, if you think that the stock has still got more upside, take half off the table. Look at that. CAMT, my two favorite graphical stocks in VectorVest right now are CAMT and FTAI. If you look at both of those graphs, you look at them and go, holy smokes. CAMT closed lower than the prior day's low and anywhere along here, prior than here. All right. But most recently, closed lower than the prior day's low? No. Leave it alone. FTAI is my other stock. I like that FTAI. How many of you, this idea of how to manage these high-flying stocks makes sense to you? Either type in the word sense or type in the word no. How many of you, for you guys that are trading these stocks that are freaking rocking and rolling, how many of you does it make sense to? All right, Deborah says no. That's fine. All right, the whole idea here. See, the stock is moving up. What was the low on that stock? 103.68. The next day, all right, what was the low on that day? 105.07, higher than the previous day's low. What was the low here? 105.07. What was the low? 103.54. Aha! That's the close. That's the low. It closed lower. You know something? No, it didn't close lower. What was the close? The close was 105.85. So it still wasn't low. It didn't close lower than the previous day's low. But Deborah Ann, the whole idea here is making sure that the stock is going up, 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 up. If it doesn't close lower than the prior day's low, you stay in the stock. All right, you stay in the stock. And John, I'm not paying attention to that. HEPS. HEPS. Rocking and rolling. I wouldn't touch it. And MACD is going up. These are stocks that you look at the graphs. And again, if you're looking at the mobile app, folks, wow, you're getting that right there. I understand that part. I just don't understand how you get part of it off the table. When you go to sell the shares, Deborah, if you own 100 shares, you sell 50 of them. That's how you do it. So when you close a trade, you don't have to close all of it. You don't have to close all of it. You close half of it. If you own 100 shares, you sell 50 shares. That's it. All right, since I might as well looking at your stocks now anyway. Modine, moving. Still, all this run up right now, right at a level of resistance. I'd like to see it break above that if you're not already in it. If you are in it, leave it alone. It is not closing lower than the prior day's low. Skyworks, SKYW, SkyWest. Sky West. All right, let's go take a look at it. Man, running. Didn't close lower than the low. Didn't close lower than the low. But it's in a channel. But it definitely is in a channel. Starting to move sideways. MACD is leveling out. MACD is leveling out. George, Rolls Royce. RYCEY. RYCEY. There we go. On this day right here, it closed lower than the prior day's low. I would have taken my profit then. Right there on 6/24 of 2024, closed lower than the prior day's low. Now, finally, it did bounce off. Look at the 3 to 8. It's below all three. I don't know if I would have liked to have taken my profit then. Or even here, look at that, 6/14. It closed lower than the prior day's low. You know something? I like the idea of being able to do this. LRCX. LRCX. Let's go take a look. $1,000 stock. Man, look at that. When did it close lower than the prior day's low? Right there on 6/20. Now, has it responded and gone back up since? Yep. But you know something? Depending on when I got in, I took profit off the table. And what is that? That's a bearish engulfing pattern right there with follow through. I would have loved to have taken my profit right there. DRS. Again, right now, I'm not putting them in order. I'm just putting them as I see them. I didn't even build a watch list today. DRS. 3 month. Not lower than the low. Not lower than the low. Right there. Right there, 625 did close lower than the prior day's low. That might have been a good opportunity to get out. Stock has really been moving sideways since. Look at the by the time I got out, though, look at that. MACD was still positive. Now look at MACD. Folks, I love this idea for you guys. You got to think about it. You got to think about it. How many people are brand new to the channel and you find this useful? Type of 1. How many of you are brand new to the channel and you find this useful? Type of 1. All right, Eli Lilly is one of my favorite stocks for the GLP stuff. Really is. But you know something? On 7/2, it closed lower. Nope, it may not have. It may not have. What was the low? 904.31. Where did it close here? 90. Nope, it didn't close lower than the low. What was the low on this date? 878.50. What was the close? Still not lower than the low. Oh, man, I love this idea of not closing. And again, from a mobile perspective, not looking at the NPI, not looking at Star Search, just the way when you're nervous, all that color guard is all that yellow. On a daily basis, watching this graph answers your questions on what you should do. I love me some Eli Lilly. I do love me some Eli Lilly. NNE, nuclear. This is brand new. Yeah. It didn't close lower than the low here, but it did here. That would have been a good opportunity to take that off the table. Now, since it's gone back up, do you want to get back in? Yeah, I would look to get in higher than that level of resistance to show me I still got legs to move up. MACD's been positive on it. MACD's been positive. Looking on that day, it went up 18%. Holy moly. Good googly muggly. I do like the stock, but if I'm not in it, I want to get above that level of resistance. Mags, Meta and Mags. Let's go look at Meta. Meta's moving and broke through a level of resistance. I like that. MACD is starting to come back to life. You know something? I'd look to see if on Monday it can continue above that level of resistance. I wouldn't mind getting into it then. Let's go look at Mags, which looks at the Magnificent 7. Mags. Wow, look at that. Good, googly muggly. How many of you are trading Mags? It sort of looks like the CAMT and FTI on a 3-month basis. Look at Mags. What is 2 times shares Meta? I don't know what Meta. I don't know what the ETFs are off the top of my head. Can someone give me that? What is the 2-time leverage for Meta? I don't know. In Feng Yu instead, Bill, I think Mag 7 outplays Feng Yu. That's what I think right now. All right, Mag X, but not in VV. Mag X, we don't have a Mag X. What is it? No, we ain't got it. Is that another ETF for? And Mags is already an ETF. Mags is already an ETF. Meta, a good stock for the moment. A lot of political advertising. You know me, I'm not looking at the political side of it. No, I know it's 2-time leverage. I don't know what ETF is for that. FBL leverage Meta. Is that what it is? So it's FBL. There you go. Thank you for that, Akshaya. That's the 2-time leverage for Meta. And look at this, though. It did close below the prior day's close here. Actually, it closed below the prior day's close there. Sitting in the channel since, and now back up. Would I get back into it? Yeah, but I needed to get above that level of resistance first. This is a 3-month graph. That's what I'm looking for. But if I could draw a trend line from here, I definitely have an uptrending stock. Glenn, Feng Yu is up 17% this week. What is Mags up this week? Talk to me, Bill. I can't do that from right here. What's Mags up this week? All right. I'm just looking down the list. GSY. And if any of you say, well, you skipped my stock, you're probably right. I didn't build a watch list today, so I'm doing this all on the fly. I didn't build a watch list today, so I'm looking at this all on the fly. I had a woman friend tell me I have more stock positions than the commas. Wow. All right. Wow. I'm not touching that. That looks sus to me. That looks a little bit sus to me. Hey, somebody do me a solid and quick test Mags over the week. Bill says Feng Yu is up 17% this week. Glenn, you need a baby button. Right now my Stream Deck is all jacked up. Right now it's all backed up. It's all jacked up. So I want to put a ooh-wee. I want to put a ooh-wee button. Ooh-wee. How many of y'all would love to have me have a ooh-wee button? I like that. Mags is up 7.59% in July. Thank you, Pneumatic. So maybe Mags is not keeping up with Feng Yu. That's all right. I'm okay with that. I know that Mags specifically, I'm not going to do you can't touch this. I'm going to look, I'm going to say that the hottest stock on the planet is still NVIDIA. Glenn, would you wait till Monday for Meta? Yes. I want to make sure that it's continuing to rise. It broke through that level of resistance. I want to make sure that on Monday, it still is above that level of resistance. All right. Bill says, what is Bill and John talking about? Looks like you could time the rise and fall based on the chart. I'm not feeling that stock. I'm not feeling that stock at all. Something don't look right. Something don't look right. ADMA. Let's go peep that out. Ooh. I don't know. There it is. That was on 7-3. It closed lower than the prior day's low. How many people just learned something super important on the mobile app in regards to trading your stock? I love this. Today is a great day from that perspective because a lot of people are asking the question, what should I do with my stocks? The sideways market, it's tough to make money. Folks, this little tidbit of information right here, right now, I think is super important. It was worth it for you to be here today. Tesla, what did you say? Oh, yeah. TSLA. So not TSLL, but TSLA. Would you do a buy right on Tesla? Ooh, are you talking about buy it and sell the covered call? Is that what you're asking? Who asked me that? Mark, is that what you're asking? I like to buy on it. Where you going to sell the covered call at 260? So you're going to buy the stock and sell the call at 260? I wouldn't. That may not be a bad idea. I think that the market, because it's in the channel until it breaks out, because it's in the channel, it's $15 from right where it is. Hey, did I give a price target on Tesla? I did on my decade stocks. What was the price wow! Anybody remember what the price target I gave on Tesla? Anybody remember what the price target was that I gave on Tesla in my decade? There you go, Jazz. It was 250. Mark, actually, that runs right in line with the analysis. It runs right in line. I wrote it down. Anybody remember what the price target I gave on Palantir? Anybody remember what the price target I gave on Palantir? You guys pay attention. I love that. I love that. How did my concurrent viewers go all the way down to 126? 32. Look at that. 32. Where's Palantir at? PLTR. Where's it at? It's not there yet. I think it still has more upside. And then I gave a price target on Apple. What was the price target I gave on Apple? You guys pay attention. You guys pay attention, which is a positive sign for it to go up more. All right, price target on Palantir was 32, and on Apple, it was 250. On Apple, it was 250. I gave the price target, I had already given a price target on Apple to 200. I gave a price target of 200, which was higher than it had hit all time when I did my video on, and it broke through that. And look at this, it's only $25 away. It's only $25 away from my new target. Folks, again, if you're brand new to the channel, you need to subscribe to the channel, folks, right here, right now. You do, because between Ryan and I, we talk about a lot of stuff, and a lot of people. So now, for those people who haven't subscribed to the channel, how many of you have made good money? Not just money. How many of you have made good money off of the stock picks that we've given either in a nightly video or a live stream? Type of 1 in the room. Not just money, but good money on the picks. Now, I'm going to ask the other side. How many of you have made no money with the picks? Type of 2. I want the new people who are brand new to the channel to see from you guys, not just from me, to see from you guys. How many of you have made no, and I'm okay with that. I ain't judging nobody. I'm asking an honest question. How many of you have made no money without picks? Type of 2 in the room. So for those, this is only for the benefit of the people who are brand new to the stream. You just happened by it today and you're like, let me check this out. This is our community. This is our community right here. All right. So not only can you join the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon. If you're even more interested in that and you'd like to take out a trial, 99 cents to put that up in the chat. 99 cents for a 30-day trial of VectorVest. Now, one last thing. For all of the stocks that you typed into the room that I did not get a chance to look at, okay, you guys can always go to www.vectorvest.com/YTFSA. You can get a free stock analysis report on the stocks that I did not look at today. Wow, Pneumatic says 6 figures money with VV picks. Good, googly muggly. I expect to see a lot of people join up to our channel after today's presentation. All right. So David says, I have subscribed, but yes, good money on the picks, and this way of trading stopped me from losing money. Way to go, David. And again, for all those people who are brand new, I want you to hear what our community says. Just listening to me say it, I'm the company guy, right? I'm the company guy. I love to hear it. I put myself out there because it could backfire on me. it could definitely backfire on me and somebody will be like, man, this guy is garbage. Okay? But I've got enough faith in this program, been here for 20 years. I've got enough faith in this program that I know it works. But I'd rather new people hear it from subscribers to the channel. Okay? Don't forget with Ryan's picks, he says when it's time to jump in. Again, I think that Ryan is an excellent addition to our team. He gets in hot and heavy, folks. He does. And he does the same kind of research that I do to try to get you guys into some of the best stocks to help you guys make money. John says, pretty soon I will be with VectorVest longer than I have it. I like that. Glenn, is the Jockey Club all about day trading? G-Money, primarily it's a combination of both day trading and swing trading. It's a combination of the two. Glenn, do you typically get out of a stock before earnings? Ooh, it all depends on the stock. Some stocks I will get in before earnings, and a lot of people don't agree with that. But when I can look at the information that VectorVest gives me, from an earnings perspective, or earnings growth perspective, sometimes, and I've done it, and I've told you when I have, sometimes I will get into a stock prior to earnings. Not all the time, and not a lot of times. It's got to really stand out to me that it's worth it for me to get in prior to earnings. I've done well with it. I have done well with it. Thank you, Tabula. Tabula says it's not all about the money. I enjoy the company. Well, I hope you all do. I hope you all do. I'm a little different than most people on YouTube. I'm all about having fun. So I will sing, I'll tell a joke. I love the interaction with you guys, so I play around with you guys, but it's all about serious business. The serious business of making money in the stock market. I put that first and foremost. I put that first and foremost. So I wish I could modify a screener. You can in the desktop version of it, Dave. You can in the desktop version of it. Always remember that this is an application. It's a truncated version of the actual software. It's there for a reason so that it's not going to give you everything that the main software will give you. Jazz says, gets mad at us and yell. I do that. I do that a lot. But that's because I'm passionate about what I do. And I love having fun with you guys. I love having fun with you guys. All right. Used to have it, but it was too costly for me. Dave, you know something? I hear that. I hear that, and I've heard people tell me that. But what if one trade, I'm going to ask one last question before I go. How many people the VectorVest service has paid for itself for years to come? Type of 1. How many people out there, the VectorVest system has paid for itself for years to come? All right? I'm just curious to know. SMCI is paid for a lifetime of VectorVest. I see the ones going up. How does one sign up for the Jockey Club? G-Money, give our product support staff a call. Again, for every, and you know, I hear the people that tell me that it is too expensive. I think that if you follow a lot of our guidance, the software, I can almost guarantee it. I know I put myself on a big limb right there, but I can almost guarantee that the software will pay for itself. Dave says, unfortunately, it didn't for me, but I'm a newbie somewhat. Dave, I suggest, my opinion, take the 99-cent 4th of July special. Take a look at the beginning videos. It will start putting you on the right track. Pay attention to our YouTube channel. Look at this content that we give you. Look at our 6 p.m. videos. There's a lot of information, Dave, that will help to put you in the right. And there you go. So didn't know enough to make it pay. So before you start making decisions, Dave, learn a little bit about it. All right? John gives out a great point there. Buy the top VST stocks when we come out of a low. Don't buy when I love that. I love that VV Nation is helping you out. Not just me. All right? What are your main who are your main competitors? Nobody does what we do how we do because of our proprietary indicators, Tabula. That's the way I really honestly look at that. All right, that's the way. Nobody does what we do the way we do. And I like Pennywise saying being able to pick Glenn and Ryan's brains and applying their methodology with the software has paid off big for him. I love that. All right, so I gotta go. Koo's got things to do, and I've got to still record the 6 p.m. video. Again, tonight's video is going to be about the potential bigness of a hurricane season this year because of the warm waters and what stocks you can take advantage of. So make sure you watch that. You know what else helps us? Share those videos. Share those videos, those 6 p.m. videos to your social world. All right? Let other people know what you know. All right? I'll take a look at one more stock. Oh my gosh. OMG. I'm trying to leave. Yeah, I'm not feeling Chewy. Big move right here. That was news driven. Something happened with Chewy on that date. What date was that? Yeah, I'm not. That was on 6. I'm not feeling Chewy. Didn't roaring kitty cat litter have something to do with that? Yes or no? Wasn't roaring kitty cat litter talking about it? Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm not touching that. Roaring Kitty Chewy. Yeah, I'm not. Hey, Batman versus Yorker. Wow, that's a lot of name. All right, so I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that. Not Chewy. It was kitty litter. I've been practicing on options paycheck course and have been losing for the past. The paycheck course is an awesome course. You need to reach out to Ron, or you need to get a piece of Ron's ear to find out what's going on. All right, stop talking to me. I gotta go. Oh my gosh, nobody's listening. I do love you guys. I love you guys for real, not for likes. All right, I do, because we only got 63. Evidently, I love you, Mike. Talked about a whole lot more stocks than 7 stocks. All right, so started to learn VectorVest, getting the graphs. Way to go, Batman. I like that. I'm Batman. All right, let me go. Glenn, get more coffee and stay on. No, I got to go. Thank you guys for being here today. We lost a lot of concurrent viewers. That's all right. You guys can make up for that. Once this is up on the channel, share this. Share this live stream. All right? Adios. Arrivederci. Ciao. Au revoir. Sayonara. Aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. I'm praying for all of the peeps that are getting too much rain, and I'm praying for all of the peeps that do need rain. All right? Odabu. Bom dia. Salam. Shalom. Namaste. Yasu. Until the next time, folks. See you next week. See ya. Oh. I think they can still hear me. Haha. I love this. Hi, I'm getting ready to stop the stream. I haven't stopped it yet. Ha! Bye. Have a great weekend.